Post Malone talked on the Joe Rogan podcast recently. They touched upon the AI music production subject. Post Malone was a little bit worried, it seemed, but Joe Rogan had a more balanced approach to the matter. You can watch a snippet of the clip right now.
At the way things are moving, I got like 4 or 5 months before people like the robot songs more than my songs.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I hear some of them and I'm like, oh man, that's so good, dude. Who wrote that? Was ChatGPT wrote that? Fuck, man, that's a great song.
But it is a great song. But people will know. People will know. It's
sure.
Like there's women that do not want diamonds that were made in a lab.
Sure.
Which is crazy because it's
the
just
shiniest.
a diamond. Like they have an ability now to man-make diamonds.
Sure.
They have some crazy machine and they compress carbon and they can make diamonds. But women only like them if they're coming out of the ground.
I think they talked more about AI later on in the podcast. You can check it out on Spotify, I guess. But this is not the first time I talk about AI on my channel or AI music production. But this is the first time I've heard a big artist talk about AI. When I do that in terms of music production, I try to keep my feelings out from the matter and just think about the facts. But I mean, it's difficult. AI is happening as we speak, and we have to deal with it in one way or another, whether we like it or not. And the dumbest thing you do is to bury your head in the sand and wake up in 3 or 4 years where everyone has adapted to a new situation. Post Malone, he seemed a little worried, although Joe had a more balanced approach to this, which is that people will follow the humans behind the music, and the so-called the AI threat is just, in I think Joe's view, blown out of proportion. He shared the comparison with diamonds. Even if we can artificially create diamonds in a lab now, humans still prefer the ones that are real, that are found in the ground, and that realness of course have a value. That said, in today's social media climate, the attention span of people, it's almost zero. If you're still watching this video, you are one of the patient ones. So because of that, I predict that kids today, they won't really care perhaps that much about the artist behind a certain music they like on, I don't know, TikTok or something like that. They won't have the attention span to do so. I mean, I have kids in my teens myself. I have 3 of them, and I see how they just flip to the next clip on their phones, they flip to the next clip, and they just forget what they saw. And then we have the DSPs, I mean Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, these are all of those. Will though allow people to upload millions of computer-generated music. An AI music generator called Boomy have already been uploading generated tracks to Spotify, so it is already happening. There was some controversy there, they had to remove some tracks, but later on they actually got the tracks online on Spotify again. And I hear a lot of people saying AI is just a tool, like a drum machine or a chord melody creator. And I mean, while AI can fill those needs, it's certainly not only that. Today we have websites that, for example, YouTubers already use to download some easy, simple and free music for their videos. It can be a simple family video or something like that, nothing that they don't perhaps care that much about, and you just want something in the background. And this is already happening, and it's already kind of threatening the people who relies on income from their stock music tracks, for example. I dabble a little bit with that. It's not my main income, so I'm not that worried, but I mean, how can you compete with free and non-content ID music? I mean, if I was only a video editor, I needed music. If it's free, if it's not content ID, I would download it and place it in my video. It's easy. So AI can be a fully fledged replacement for simple musical compositions. It's just going to be better and better, and the human element to this will eventually get to a point where it will be indistinguishable from a real human. That's just how it's going to be. We will be able to write a command line script in our computers that is going to talk with some AI chat GPT on the internet. It's going to auto-generate a million bazillions of songs, and I guess you can probably write a script that also automatically uploads all of the tracks to Spotify. It auto-generates some track names, some cool track names. I mean, and it's just a few buttons, a few scripts, and it's just going to be up there. How or a regular musician going to compete with that? Or as I predict, and as I have said in another video, and the link is here, Spotify will actually be able to auto-generate songs on the fly that doesn't even exist, but it's going to auto-generate songs that you like based on your listening history in Spotify. I predict this is going to happen, maybe not this year, maybe not in 5 years, but in 10 years, we are absolutely going to be there. So me, myself, I have dabbled in stock photography a few years ago, and today I don't do that anymore, but I see a massive influx of AI-generated images on these stock sites. People are just spam uploading images like crazy from Midjourney and other places to these stock image sites, and of course it's just to earn a quick buck, obviously, until it gets so saturated that it's not worth uploading anymore. I mean, people can go to Midjourney themselves instead and just make the image there, what they need directly there. I don't really understand or why people upload images on stock sites. Or of course I understand it because it's a quick buck, you know. So if people can take it, they will do it. And we could all wish that this would be regulated today in some way, but since we live in a capitalistic society, it's what's ultimately going to win this battle. Regulation is slow, and it's a long and difficult path towards creating rules about the AI problem, if we could call it that. And when we have rules, the technology has gone so far already that the rules perhaps is already out of date, and even before they go live or whatever it's called. So the nerd in me thinks that this technology is mind-blowing and awesome. I really love ChatGPT. I think it's actually scary sometimes. But of course, the artist in me is skeptical, obviously. First of all, these AI models, they need data to learn from. You have probably seen you heard AI music. It doesn't sound that good, right? And the earliest versions have used pretty low quality free music to train the models. But now they are getting more and more access to high quality music to train their models with, which will up the quality of the end AI product, if you will. I woke up one day to a huge sale on my stock music accounts. I thought, wow, maybe I sold some extended license or something. But it turns out it was Pond 5. They sold my entire catalog to a company that is going to use it for training AI models. What it is going to be used for, I have no idea, and I'm not really sure if I like it. I'm sure I have accepted it some time when I signed up to Pond 5. You know, you have a 300-page legal paper you read, and I guess I have accepted that they can sell my catalog to a AI company. But after they did that, they gave people the option to opt out after they have sold the tracks. So yeah, that's funny. But let's say if they use one of my tracks in training their models, okay? Am I going to get a cut of whatever potential earnings an AI generated track or some AI generated product based on my art is going to make? Is that going to happen? Well, I don't know, but if you want to look at the future of this, take a glance at the AI image creation tools available today, such as Midjourney and others, and see what the discussion is there, because this is going to be the music production scene soon. I am sure of that. So I hope we will still follow people and support our fellow human beings, and if people stop producing music because it has no income potential, are AI going to get less music to train on and be boring? Will AI be able to be creative and come up with something completely new without any new input from humans, without not learning any new models? Who knows? What I know is that we are in interesting times. If you want to take one thing away from this video, is that you should go and follow your favorite artist on Spotify or some other place. Follow them, send them a nice comment, or just interact with them in some way. If you have some spare cash laying around, buy them some coffee or a beer or some of their merch, and just buy something from them if you can. For myself, I'm still going to produce music. This is not my main income. I have a normal day job and I produce music because I like producing music and I think it's fun. If I get some sales on a stock music site, or if someone purchases my songs, it's a bonus to me. It's not something I am dependent on. But of course, there's a lot of other people there, probably someone of you even watching this video, who have music production as your the main thing you do. I think that people are still going to follow artists. They are going. I'm going to follow Deadmau5. I'm going to follow Infected Mushroom. I'm going to follow the artists, and I think and hope most people still do so. I'm still going to produce music. That is what I like to do. We just have to wait and see. Let the years pass. See what happens in the market. See what people do. See what the kids like. And yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what you think about this in the typing box thingy below this camera or video. And I will see you in the next video, where I will be talking more about stock music and things around that. Thank you for watching, and talk to you later. Goodbye.